Is the life of a genius really easier than ours? To find the answer, in this video, we will explore the life of the football genius, Lionel Messi. From his difficult beginnings in Rosario, Argentina, until becoming one of the greatest players of all time, Messi's journey is not only a story of talent but also a lesson in perseverance and passion. Let's explore together. Let's go. Lionel Messi was born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina, into a working-class family. His father, Jorge Messi, was a steel factory worker, while his mother, Celia Cuccittini, worked as a cleaner. Typically, children tend to be close to their father or mother. But Messi was different. He was particularly close to his grandmother. It was she who introduced him to the world of football. One afternoon, when Messi was just 4 years old, his grandmother took him to watch a local football match. After realizing the local team was short of players, she suggested her grandson to the coach. Upon seeing Messi, the coach just smiled wryly. Because at that time, Messi was still too young. So he was a bit hesitant to accept. Seeing this, Messi's grandmother said, "Let the boy play, otherwise he will be very sad." With no other choice, the coach reluctantly agreed but did not have high hopes for Messi. However, once on the field, Messi immediately showcased the essence of a genius. After a few touches and getting familiar with the ball, he skillfully dribbled past the opposing defenders and scored. From that moment on, the image of a small boy dribbling past larger players and scoring became familiar. After the match, the coach suggested to Messi's grandmother that she should bring him to practice every day. Thus, at the age of 4, Messi joined the local club Grandoli, and his grandmother became his first fan. Throughout his childhood, every afternoon, his grandmother took Messi to the football team and cheered for him. This became a treasured part of his childhood memories. Later, when his grandmother passed away, he missed her greatly and often dedicated his beautiful goals to her by pointing to the sky. After that first match at the age of 4, football became almost a part of Messi's life. Wherever he went, he carried a ball to play. This is also part of the reason why Messi's ball control skills reached an extraordinary level. Many players have said that the ball seems to stick to his feet. It feels like God granted Messi too much talent. So God decided to take away some of his height. By the age of 10, Messi was only 1.27 meters tall. Later, his family discovered that Messi had PSG, growth hormone deficiency syndrome, also known as dwarfism. If not treated in time, Messi's life, and especially his future football career, would be in jeopardy. Messi's family was not impoverished, but they could only afford basic living expenses, so they could not pay the $900 monthly treatment cost for him. The club he was playing for also could not cover that amount due to financial difficulties. However, luck smiled upon him when FC Barcelona recognized Messi's innate talent and made an offer that his family couldn't refuse. The club agreed to cover all of Messi's medical expenses on the sole condition that Messi moved to Spain to train and play. Realizing this was probably the best path for Messi's future, his family accepted the contract. From then on, Messi began his treatment. For 4 long years, from the age of 9 to 13, Messi had to self-administer hormone injections into his legs. For someone afraid of injections like me, this feeling is hard to describe. But for Messi, it was different. The passion for the ball has partly fueled the motivation for Messi. By the age of 13, Messi began moving to Spain as agreed. Although his father accompanied him, having to leave his family, relatives, and friends to go to a foreign country at just 13 years old was never easy, especially for a shy boy like Messi. His new life in Barcelona was also challenging. In an interview, Gerard Piqué, who grew up with Messi at FC Barcelona, recalled, "When Messi first arrived, we thought he was mute. He is always sitting on the chair, not saying a word for the entire first month." That was how his teammates described Messi during his early days at the new club. At first, Messi lived very withdrawn. He couldn't adapt to the new environment and missed his family greatly, often crying every night until he was exhausted and fell asleep. However, as time went by, Messi gradually got used to the rhythm of his new life. Especially the fact that he could play football freely helped ease his homesickness and quickly integrate with his teammates. In real life, he may be a shy person, but on the field, he is a monster. His ball control, dribbling skills, and goal-scoring instincts seem to be programmed into Messi's mind, leading the coaching staff to exclaim, "He is a genius." Thus, Messi gradually grew up at the FC Barcelona academy. By the age of 17, he officially played for Barcelona, marking the beginning of a football genius recognized worldwide. Throughout his more than 20-year career, Messi has won countless individual and team awards, notably 8 Ballon d'Or titles, leading Argentina to victory in the Copa America 2021 and the World Cup 2022. Along with many club-level titles. If I were to list all of Messi's achievements and honors, I would probably need to make another episode. When talking about his talent, we cannot overlook his famous walking, stroking his beard, and scratching his butt combo. At first, when I saw videos of Messi casually walking while other players were sprinting, I thought it was simply because he was lazy. However, after hearing coach Pep Guardiola explain, I realized the reason. Specifically, the coach explained that Messi walks not out of laziness but to observe and find weaknesses in the opponent's defense, identifying spaces to score in subsequent situations. This showcases Messi's extraordinary tactical vision. Ability goes hand in hand with responsibility. Messi's homeland, Argentina, is a country that loves football deeply, and one of their biggest dreams is to win the World Cup. If he were just an ordinary player in the Argentina national team, fans wouldn't place such high expectations. But this is Messi, one of the best players in the world, so fans always expect him to lead Argentina to World Cup glory. When expectations are high and not met, it leads to disappointment and criticism. When the national team fails, all the criticism often falls on Messi's shoulders. After Argentina's defeat in the Copa America 2016, Messi even announced his retirement from the national team due to the pressure and criticism from the public. Being turned away by the people of one's own country is a feeling not everyone can understand. Fortunately, thanks to the encouragement of teammates and other fans, Messi stood up and returned to the national team. Someone once asked Messi if he had to choose between 6 Ballon d'Or titles and a World Cup trophy. What would he choose? Messi did not hesitate to answer that: to win the World Cup. And fate smiled upon him. By 2022, he fulfilled his World Cup dream after defeating France in the final. Looking at Messi's joy as he lifted the World Cup trophy, it was not just the joy of victory but also the relief of shedding the burden of pressure after more than a decade. Besides his innate talent, Messi is also renowned for his rare humility. It's easy to be humble when one has nothing, but when someone achieves a bit of success, they can easily become arrogant. However, Messi is different. Despite having nearly every success and title in his hands, he consistently demonstrates his humility. This is most evident in the way he behaves towards everyone, especially his teammates. This is why he is so beloved by his fellow players. Through this video, we can see that the life of a genius is not much easier than ours. In fact, the difficulties and pressures they face may be many times greater than what we experience. There is no path to success lined with roses. Only the path to success is filled with thorns and challenges. Only through these difficulties and challenges can we grow. Okay, this video is coming to an end. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And I wish you all a wonderful day.